Hi everyone, I'm Marie. Thank you for joining us. Today's topic is very important, especially if you are learning English.
Yes, very important. Today we are going to talk about how to talk about problems in English.
Everyone has problems. Big problems, small problems, personal problems, work problems, family problems.
But the real challenge is not the problem itself. The challenge is how to talk about it.
Especially in English, many people feel nervous, shy, or scared when they want to explain their problems.
They think, what if my English is wrong? What if people don't understand me? What if I sound weak or foolish?
If you feel this way, don't worry. You are not alone. Most English learners feel the same.
Today we will help you. We will talk slowly, we will use simple English, and we will give you real examples.
By the end of this episode, you will feel more confident. You will know what to say, and you will know how to say it.
Marie, let me ask you something. Why do you think people find it hard to talk about their problems?
That's a good question. I think one big reason is fear.
Fear of what?
Fear of being judged, fear of being misunderstood, fear of sounding negative.
Yes, that's very true. Many people think talking about problems means complaining.
But talking about problems is not complaining, it's communication.
Exactly. If you don't talk about your problems, they stay inside you.
And when problems stay inside, they grow bigger.
Another reason is vocabulary. People don't know the right words.
They know how they feel, but they don't know how to explain it in English.
So today, we will give you the words, the phrases, and the structure.
Let's start with the first step. How do you start talking about a problem?
Good point. Starting is often the hardest part.
You don't need a perfect sentence, you just need an honest one.
Here are some simple ways to start. I want to talk about something. I'm having a bit of a problem. Can I share something with you? I'm not feeling great about something.
These sentences are simple, polite, and natural.
Let's do a short role play. Marie, can I talk to you about something?
Of course, Mr. B. What's going on?
I'm having a bit of a problem at work.
Okay, I'm listening.
See? No difficult grammar, no big words.
Just clear and calm English.
Now comes the next step, explaining the problem.
Many learners try to explain everything at once. That makes it confusing.
So here's a simple rule, one idea at a time.
Use short sentences. Pause. Breathe.
For example, the problem is my workload. I feel very stressed. I don't have enough time. It's affecting my health. Let's do another example. The main problem is my job. I work very long hours. I feel tired all the time, and I don't have time for my family.
That sounds really difficult. Notice how clear that was.
Yes, simple sentences are powerful.
Problems are not just situations, they're also feelings.
Yes, and feelings are very important.
Here are some useful feeling words: stressed, worried, confused, frustrated, upset, overwhelmed, disappointed, anxious.
You can use simple structures like I feel, I'm feeling, it makes me feel.
Example: I feel stressed about my exams. I'm feeling worried about my future. This situation makes me feel anxious.
Marie, let me try.
Go ahead.
I feel overwhelmed. There are too many responsibilities, and I don't know where to start.
Thank you for sharing that. It's okay to feel that way.
Sometimes the listener needs background information.
Yes, but keep it simple.
You can say, this started when, it began a few months ago. At first, everything was fine, but...
Example: I started feeling this way when I changed my job. At first, I was excited, but slowly the pressure increased.
This helps the listener understand your situation better.
Let's talk about work problems.
Very common topic.
Some useful phrases. I'm not happy with my workload. There's a communication problem. I feel undervalued. The expectations are unclear.
Example conversation. I'm struggling at work. The deadlines are too tight, and I feel a lot of pressure.
Have you talked to your manager about it?
Not yet. I'm not sure how to explain it.
This is very realistic.
Personal problems are more emotional.
Yes, so your tone should be gentle.
Useful phrases. I'm going through a tough time. I'm dealing with some personal issues. Things are a bit difficult right now.
Example: I've been feeling low lately. There are some things in my personal life. I'm trying to handle them.
I understand. Take your time.
Talking about problems is not only about sharing, sometimes it's about asking for help.
And asking for help is a strength, not a weakness.
Useful phrases. I need some advice. Can you help me? What do you think I should do? I'd really appreciate your support.
Marie, I'm not sure how to handle this situation. Can you give me some advice?
Of course. Let's think about it together.
Many learners worry about sounding too negative.
Yes, so balance is important.
You can say, I know it's not perfect, but I'm trying to stay positive, but I'm hopeful, but I'm struggling.
This shows maturity and honesty.
Now let's talk about listening.
Yes, because communication is two-way.
If someone shares a problem with you, you can say, I'm sorry you're going through this. That sounds really hard. I understand how you feel. Thank you for telling me.
You don't need to solve the problem. Sometimes listening is enough.
Let's talk about some common mistakes.
First mistake: trying to sound too perfect.
Second mistake: using very long sentences.
Third mistake: hiding your real feelings.
English doesn't need to be perfect. It needs to be clear.
Let's do a longer role play so listeners can learn naturally.
Marie, I've been wanting to talk to you for a while.
Sure, Mr. B. What's on your mind?
Lately, I've been feeling very stressed. Work has been overwhelming.
What's causing the stress?
There's too much responsibility, and I feel like I'm expected to do everything perfectly.
That can be very tiring.
Yes, and it's starting to affect my sleep. I feel tired even in the morning.
Have you been able to rest?
Not really. I keep thinking about work.
That sounds difficult. Maybe you need to talk to someone at work or take a short break.
You're right. I think I've been avoiding the conversation.
Talking about problems is a skill.
And like any skill, it improves with practice.
Start small. Talk to a friend. Talk to yourself in English.
Yes, even speaking alone helps.
If you are listening to this and thinking, I can't do this, remember this.
You don't need perfect English to express real feelings.
Your feelings matter. Your voice matters.
Speak slowly, speak honestly, and speak bravely.
Today, we learned how to talk about problems in English.
We talked about starting the conversation, explaining the problem, talking about feelings, and asking for help.
Remember, English is a tool, not a test.
Use it to connect. Use it to express. Use it to heal.
Thank you so much for listening.
We're proud of you for learning and growing.
Take care of yourself.
And we'll see you in the next episode.